Hey guys, it is me. It is TK Barlow from the Barlow Group Tax and Accounting Firm. So we are having a lot of people come to us and ask us, why do I still owe in taxes? And so I want to kind of give a breakdown of a couple of reasons of why you may owe in taxes and you just may not be aware. So let's break it down. All right. So you may owe taxes if you are a W 2 employee and you are seeing that you're owing year after year after year. This could be because you have too many allowances and you have no extra withholdings. All right. So one thing that you want to look at is, what are those numbers? Are you taking too much out or are you taking too little out? So you probably want to go to your HR person and have them adjust your allowances. All right. So if you're owing year after year after year and you are a W-2 employee, then the reason that you are owing is because you do not have either enough taxes taken out. You're not paying into taxes enough throughout the year. And so that is something that is definitely fixable. You just need to adjust your withholdings. All right. So take a look at that if you are a W-2 employee and that you see that you owe year after year after year. All right. So another thing that may be going on, if you are a 1099 or if you have business income, right? So this is right here. This is big. All right. So I want you to put on your good ear so that you are really, really able to hear me when I say this. If you are getting self-employed income, or if you're getting 1099 income, the thing that you need to remember is no taxes are being withheld throughout the year. With a W-2 employee, taxes are taken out on each paycheck. But when you are a 1099 contractor or when you have business income coming in, no taxes are being taken out on that money, right? So you want to be sure that you are setting aside a percentage of your income that needs to go towards taxes. Okay. So remember this, that all of that money that you are receiving is not all of yours. Some of that you have to give back to Uncle Sam. All right. So because you are going to owe income taxes off that revenue as well as self-employment taxes, which is usually around 15.3%. Okay, so just set aside that money for taxes if you are a 1099 or if you have business income. Okay. So another reason why you may owe taxes is because you're not doing any tax planning. Most people think, they think about taxes around April, around when the season changes, Easter may come. They're like, oh no, I got to start working on my taxes. Yeah. So what happens is this, I like to tell people that at the end of the year, when December 31st hits, there is not too much you can do after that. After December 31st, there are not a lot of strategies. There are some, but there's not a lot of strategies or a lot of opportunity for you to tax plan. Okay. So you need to be tax planning all year long. All right. This is a year-long thing that you need to work on. All right. So most of the times people owe because they're not tax planning. They don't have any strategies. They're not making estimated payments and they have no planning in place. All right. But when you are able to really tax plan, then you're able to get ahead of the game. You're really able to get ahead of the problem of owing taxes because you know exactly what is happening. You know exactly what you owe or what you would not owe. We're able to put in strategies to keep you from owing. All right. But you have to do all of this before December 31st. And so I recommend you tax planning throughout the year, at least like every quarter. Okay. So another reason why you may owe is those books. Yes, the bookkeeping. Oftentimes, business owners, they are really, really focusing on their business. And so they kind of let go of maintaining their books. Always remember this, what you do not maintain or what you do not monitor, you can't maintain. All right. So if your books are not right, then you're probably either overpaying in taxes and you are prepared for tax season. Okay, if your books are not correct, I'm sure you are missing tax deductions, you're using the wrong numbers, and you're doing a lot of guessing instead of really knowing. Okay, so you want to make sure that your bookkeeping is on point if you are an entrepreneur. All right, those books have to be correct and all tying out together to ensure that you're taking all of your deductions and you're not leaving any money on the table. All right. So, how do you fix this problem of owing taxes every year? First of all, you need to know your numbers on the monthly basis. You should never be surprised at tax season. Tax season should not take you at a surprise and you're like, oh my goodness, I owe a lot of money. What am I going to do? That is not where we want you to be when it comes to being an entrepreneur. We want you to have monthly bookkeeping, and that's whether if you're using a bookkeeper or if you are having your spreadsheets. Wherever you are in your business, you want to make sure that you're tracking your income and you're tracking your expenses. Okay, so how do you fix this? Number one is to know your numbers on the monthly basis. Monthly bookkeeping, having those monthly reviews, and just really being clear on your income and your expenses. All right, and then that's going to put you in a place to where you're able to determine what your taxes will look like at the end of the year. All right, another way to fix this is to pay throughout the year. What we talked about earlier, maybe you need to adjust your withholdings on your W-2. Maybe you need to make estimated payments if you are a business owner. Whether or not you are going to pay now or you're going to pay later. All right, you do have an option there, but you just want to be on the front end of this so that you understand what your taxes are going to look like. Okay, so again, you can pay your taxes throughout the year. That is definitely an option for you. Okay, and then another way that you can fix this is to really just work with a strategist, not just a taxpayer. Oftentimes we gather our documents and we give them over to the taxpayer. The taxpayer put the numbers in and they file it, and then bam, it is what it is. But if you have someone that is really able to help you walk through this and really dissect the reason why you owe and how you are able to avoid this year after year after year, that is going to help you save. All right, there is definitely a difference between a tax strategist and just having the regular tax preparation work done. And so you want to link up with someone that is really able to help you break down the reason why you owe in ways that can help you not owe, or at least break even within the next coming years. All right, the plan is that you're able to really save on taxes. Okay, so another way to fix this problem is to not wait until next tax season. The people who win with taxes, they plan ahead, they get organized, and they get guidance. All right, so it's no shame in saying, hey, you know what, TK, I need help to really figure out my tax situation. Can you look at my taxes from last year, or can you look at where I am today and really help me tax plan to figure out how I am able to save on taxes? All right, so another way that you can get this fixed is if you are ready to stop overpaying in taxes, which I'm sure you are. If you are ready to get clear on your money, which I'm sure you are, and if you are ready to build a real strategy, then I need for you to click this little code so that you are able to book your free 15-minute consultation. So again, whether you're saying, hey, TK, I keep owing, can you look at my taxes from last year and can we kind of tax plan moving forward? We're able to do that. Right now, we are close to the tax deadline. And so if you need an extension, we're able to put those in, and that'll give you a little bit more time for you to prepare, for you to gather your thoughts. And so we're able to do that for you as well. And then if you're saying, hey, TK, I need my taxes prepared this year, can you give me some type of idea of what I need to do, where I need to be. We're able to do that, guys. All right. We are the Barlow Group. We do offer accounting, tax preparation, and the most important part is that tax planning. And so if you need to get on a consultation, go ahead and book it. It's totally free for the first 15 minutes. And then if you determine that you want to move forward, we're able to help you. All right. So I hope these ideas, these were definitely keys to really help you figure out why you are owing year after year. All right. So I love to talk to you, to meet you, to really break down your tax story and try to help you maneuver through it. So I hope to see you soon and talk to you soon. In the meantime, cheers to your success, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.